Cenedlaethol Plaid Cymru yma yn y Gogledd Ddwyrain am y tro cyntaf erioed. Mae hwnna'n deud lot yn dydi. My name is Mark Jones. I'm chair of Plaid Cymru. I'm the councillor for this ward, so it is a genuinely warm welcome to Wrexham today. And I'm one of the 6 candidates for the Flint-Wrexham constituency. And it does give me great pleasure to welcome everybody here today to the North East, to the capital of North Wales, and to the spiritual home of Welsh football. And where the good people of Flint-Wrexham are, hopefully, if we work hard enough, going to elect 2 members of Plaid Cymru to the Senedd in May. And make no mistake, we are about to witness history in the making. And that's nothing new here in Wrexham. We're used to making history. Some of you may be aware of Wrexham's back-to-back promotions. And we're ambitious enough to be aiming for the Premier League this season. Even though we're not ready for it, let's face it. But I think we have similar ambitions for Plaid Cymru and to form our first government ever. I was elected as chair of Plaid Cymru 4 years ago. And back then I made rather a bold claim. I'm not sure if I believed it myself at the time, but I made it anyway. And I said we had 44 months to become the largest party in Wales. And to do that, we had to be the party for all of Wales. Plaid Cymru Gyfa, the whole of Wales. And when you see us launch our campaign in Caerphilly last week and launching our manifesto here, 10 miles from the border, I know we are Plaid Cymru Gyfa. And when we're extending way beyond our heartlands, way beyond our comfort zone. And that is so important. And when I see us out canvassing, teams of people from Plaid Cymru out canvassing in Brumbo, in Buckley, in Flint, and in Shotton, as we were last night, and you don't get much closer to the border than Shotton, I can sleep well. I know we are Plaid Cymru government. We are the party for all of Wales, for everybody who lives in Wales, and we're the only party who is not taking instructions from their bosses in London, from an establishment in London that will never put Wales first. We will always put Wales first. I want to introduce our first speaker. She's a woman in a hurry. She was first elected at the age of 26 years old, after being told by certain someone that she was a paper candidate, had no chance of winning. She did, of course she did. And she's kept on winning, and she's kept on achieving. She is top of the list for Flint-Wrexham, and she is going to shake up the Senedd when she gets down to Cardiff Bay. Please give a very warm welcome to Carrie Harper.
Well, bore da pawb a croeso I Wrexham. And I can't think of anywhere more appropriate to launch our manifesto than a Welsh town that's on the up and confidently looking towards the future and everything that it's got to offer. And like Mark, I'm incredibly proud of the journey that we've been on here and the can-do attitude that defines this community. And that's very much a mindset that I'd like to see reflected right across Wales. This is my hometown. I was brought up in Caer Park, which is about 10 minutes down the road. And today I rent a council house next to the street I grew up on. My mum worked as a cleaner in a local school. And my dad, who's from Merseyside originally, worked in JCB on Wrexham Industrial Estate, and then for many years over at Airbus in Broughton. So like many people here, my roots and my day-to-day life are very much working class. This place isn't just where I'm from, it's who I am. And here in the Northeast, we are fiercely proud of our Welsh identity. We might only be a few miles from the border, but we know who we are and we know where we come from. And we're grounded in strong values, in community, in solidarity, and above all else, a belief in fair play. And it's that sense of fair play, or rather the lack of it in our political system, that first drew me to Plaid Cymru. Because like so many of you, I am fed up of Westminster parties that tell us we're too small, too poor, or too incapable to make our own decisions, when we know they've got a fundamental conflict of interest when it comes to Wales, and we see it every time they vote in Westminster. Whether it's blocking fair funding on rail, whether it's refusing to give us control over our own natural resources, or even leaked memos from Keir Starmer instructing UK ministers to undermine Welsh democracy. When it comes down to it, we know they do not act in our interests. And here at home, we've had nearly 3 decades of managed decline under a Labour Party who don't even seem to know what they're for anymore. Is it any wonder that people feel frustrated? Our communities have had enough of a political system that simply isn't delivering. Over the last few months, I've spent a lot of time talking to people on the doorstep, in town hall meetings and online. And there's one clear thread running through all of those conversations. It's the pensioner who told me he rang the GP at 8 a.m. 3 mornings in a row, only to be told that all the appointments had gone by 8:03. It's the mum who said to me, you know what, if I moved a few miles across the border, my childcare would be covered. But here at home, it's costing me as much as my rent every month. It's the bar owner who wanted to know when, finally, something will be done about a business rate system that penalises them with a town centre premium for footfall that just isn't there anymore. People want a bit of chwarae teg, they want solutions, and they want leadership. And they're not asking for miracles. People want services that work. They want a government that will put money in their pockets, and they want leaders who can set out a clear, credible vision for improving their quality of life. And people do understand that the next Welsh government won't fix everything overnight. But they also know, deep down, this isn't as good as it gets. And they want the choice of something better. And we can offer them something better under the leadership of Rhun ap Iorwerth as the next First Minister of Wales. We can offer them that choice through a detailed plan for government that shows exactly how we get from where we are now to where we want to be. Whether it's rescuing our NHS, supporting people through the cost of living crisis, or building a stronger economy. We have a roadmap. And we've invested in this plan because we believe the solutions to the challenges we face lie with the people of Wales. Because we know the potential of this country is vast and it's still largely untapped. And because we understand that the key to unlocking that potential starts by putting strong foundations in place for the future. And that's what today is all about. But whilst we're focused on bringing our nation together, we also know there are those who seek to divide it. Regressive voices like Nigel Farage, who are looking to exploit people's frustrations. They want to encourage our communities to punch down. Well, Plaid Cymru will never be interested in punching down because we want to raise everyone in Wales up. At this election, there are 2 very different futures on offer. We can move forward with a positive, ambitious vision for Wales with Plaid Cymru, or we can lurch backwards into division and decline under reform. And if people want to stop that backward slide, the message is clear. Vote Plaid Cymru, because things will only ever change in Wales when we start voting in our own interests. And there are clear signs that this election could mark that turning point. This is an historic moment. What happens in May will shape the future of this country for generations. And if we seize this opportunity, if we elect a Plaid Cymru-led government, it'll be the first Welsh Parliament answerable solely to the people of Wales in over 600 years. That's an exciting part of our story that's yet to be written, isn't it? But it starts with hard work. It starts by setting out clearly to people what the building blocks to a better Wales look like. Because people don't just want promises. They want to know what, they want to know when, and crucially, they want to know how much. Now, I know how much work has gone into preparing this manifesto, and as a candidate, I'd like to say a sincere diolch yn fawr iawn to everybody who's been involved, to our staff, to our leadership, and to all our spokespeople as well for the effort that's gone into producing this. And on that note, I think it's time to hear about that vision in full. So can I please ask everybody to put your hands together and welcome to the stage Plaid Cymru leader, Pryd ap Iorwerth.
Wel, bore da, gyfeillion, diolch Mark, diolch Carrie, good morning friends, and we're better indeed to meet this morning to launch Plaid Cymru's vision for government than in Wrexham. The blueprint, though in the city, I guess that should be Dragon's red print for putting Wales on the world map. Community, collaboration, ambition, success, all words conjured up by what this brilliant city has achieved in recent years, all words which can inspire us to govern Wales differently, to govern it better. Gyfeillion 4 wythnos I heddiw, mi fydd pobl Cymru'n deffro ar fore yr etholiad pwysica yn hanes
the most important election in modern
Mi fydd
history.
rhai yn pleidleisio
Will have voted without a second thought. Their intention clear from the outset. Others may have read every plan and leaflet from cover to cover and have thought long and hard before casting their vote. And others, possibly, still undecided, even on the 11th hour, that pencil hovering until the very last moment before marking that all-important cross. But however and whatever the people of Wales decide on 7th of May, I ask you to base your decision with these 3 questions. 1. Who's in the best position to bring new energy, new ideas and new leadership to Wales after 27 years of Labour in charge? Question 2. Who will stand up to the forces that are trying to divide our communities and turn the clock back to Wales and our identity? And who is willing to secure fairness from Westminster? And 3. Who has the most ambitious plan and most credible plan to tackle the problems in the health service, our schools, the economy and the cost of living crisis? Friends, we have that plan.
Friends, this manifesto is that ambitious and credible plan, a vision for a nation which refuses to believe that our current state of being is as good as it gets. Ours is a land brimming with potential, with ideas, with talent and with spirits. Accepting things as they are has never been the settled will of the people of Wales, and the same must be true of its governments from now on. Too often, politics can be an echo chamber, a hall of mirrors which distorts the reality of what's really going on around us. My mission, our mission in Plaid Cymru, is to deliver a government to change that. That's why this manifesto is the product of the hopes and the fears, the ambitions and the frustrations we have heard from you and your communities, people in all parts of Wales, over the last few months and years. You told us that the cost of living crisis continues to bite, that you feel as if you're running at 100 miles an hour only to tread water when it comes to your finances. You feel rightly cheated when working hard to get on and succeed results in barely getting by. That's why our flagship childcare policy is designed to help thousands of families with what has become an almost intolerable burden on bank balances. A transformative and universal new offer for children from the age of 9 months to 4 years, worth more than £30,000 in childcare costs in the first 4 years of a child's life. And will tackle the scourge of child poverty too, supported by international evidence and inspired by the success of the Scottish child payment, which is helping to lift tens of thousands of children out of poverty. We will pilot Cynnal, a Welsh child payment, providing £10 a week for children up to 6 years old in households claiming universal credit. We'll use it to build a robust evidence base to inform the design of a national rollout of the payment and to make the case for the devolution of welfare powers. Leadership that listens to problems and offers solutions. That's the difference a Plaid Cymru government can make. And of course, it's not just the cost of living crisis causing anxiety. With every single target by this government having been missed, patients and care staff alike have despaired at waiting times for treatment. Any signs of improvement can be welcomed, of course, but the 5,000 patients' pathways still waiting more than 2 years for NHS treatment is 5,000 too many, far too many. You told us that we should prioritise bringing down waiting lists in the immediate term, whilst working on making our National Health Service more resilient in the long run. That's why, through 10 new surgical hubs, we'll speed up treatment times for procedures like hip and knee replacements, hernia operations, and cataract removals, acting on recommendations from the Royal College of Surgeons. And we'll develop these into new centres of excellence for specialisms like orthopaedics and ophthalmology. Now, by taking the most immediate pressures off the NHS, we will create the space we need to invest in an integrated health and care service that delivers better access to your dentist or GP, delivers more sustainable social care, crucially, and keeps people healthier for longer. And of course, free prescriptions will remain, as will the founding principle of an NHS free at the point of need.
Friends, we've heard time and time again that our education system is failing to allow our young people to reach their full potential and not giving teachers the freedom to focus on teaching. Now in 2022, Wales got its lowest ever score in the PISA international assessments. We can't allow this failure to continue. It's unfair on the learners and to the teachers. And that is why a Plaid Cymru government will put in place a new foundation plan for literacy and numeracy to establish the national criteria to provide tailored support, which is high quality and evidence-led, introducing a transparent method of monitoring the pupils' progress. By 2030, every primary school in Wales will have a dedicated space for a library, and reading will be a core element of every subject, not just in the Welsh and English lessons. By improving skills, we will raise standards and unlock their imagination. That is the difference that a Plaid Cymru government can make.
Now, our economic plan looks to the future too. The small business owners among you have shared your frustrations at navigating government policy which too often feels as if it's working against you, not for you. That's why a Plaid Cymru government will reform business rates to level the playing field for businesses on our high streets and redress the current imbalance which gives out-of-town shopping an advantage over hospitality, leisure and retail in our town centres. Through a new business-led national development agency for Wales, we'll bring in much-needed investment, yes, absolutely, but we'll focus on helping Welsh businesses to build for the future, to trade and to innovate, staying rooted in Wales, providing sustainable and well-paid jobs in our communities and reinvesting in local supply chains for the longer term. And we'll use public procurement to better support businesses, aiming to increase the level spent on buying goods and services from Wales-based suppliers from the current 55% to at least 70% of total Welsh public procurement expenditure, which in turn could create over 30,000 new jobs, more Welsh pounds staying in more Welsh pockets. So in all these areas, these are the differences a Plaid Cymru government can make. And this is a far-reaching manifesto on the environment. We will treasure and protect our planet and our own natural heritage. On agriculture and our rural communities, we'll support the custodians of our land and those who put food on our tables. On housing, we'll legislate so that every citizen has the right to a safe, warm and decent home. On transport, whilst continuing to make the case for the billions owed from HS2 and what's owed after decades of underfunding by local Labour and Conservative UK governments alike, we'll continue to provide £1 single bus fares and £3 day tickets for children and young people, whilst retaining bus passes for over 60s and disabled people. And on language and culture, we will defend what others seek to dismantle. Cenedl heb iaith, cenedl heb gael.
Without a language, a nation without a heart.
Why? Because you don't have to speak Welsh to care about the Welsh language. Just as you don't have to be Welsh by birth if you feel Welsh by choice and call Wales home. It's about the collective desires of all of us who value their stake in this nation. And together, hope will be the current that powers our future. And fairness, not fear, will be the currency in which we trade. The transformational programme set out in this manifesto is radical and responsible. Ambitious, yes, but rigorously costed and fully deliverable. Our plans have been independently appraised by the respected economist, Professor Jerry Holtham, who has judged that they are detailed, that they are careful, and crucially, they are achievable. Labour's promise is of a new chapter for Wales, but their epilogue is already written. It speaks of complacency. It speaks of managerialism and missed opportunities. The First Minister pledges to turn the page. Incidentally, exactly what Keir Starmer promised to do 2 years ago. And how's that going? But the people of Wales won't be fooled by Labour's plagiarised platitudes. And what of reform? A proxy vote for the politics of Trump. A party whose plans are unserious, uncosted, and unkind. We often hear how Wales is among the global leaders in recycling, consistently ranking second in the world. Well, at the rate ex-Tories are being reinvented as reform candidates, we'll soon be ranking first, surely. Who knew that the climate change deniers would be so into reuse and repackaging? Friends, Plaid Cymru offers a different path. Our pledge is to govern with hope, to govern with humility, to govern with a kind of urgency and impatience which gets things done. No more bending to Westminster's will. No more towing the London party line. No more defending the status quo. And no more saying no to Wales. Together, and for the first time, we can give our nation the leadership it needs and deserves. Leadership that takes its cue from the people of Wales and nobody else. Leadership focused on delivery. Leadership that knows our best days lie ahead of us, not behind us. Leadership that believes when we choose hope over division and seriousness over chaos, Wales can, Wales will prosper. Thank you. Dros degwch.
fairness, ambition and a new leadership for Wales. Thank you very much.
A dwi ar dan dwi di claddu y gorffennol dwi di gallu slyfu'n hwyfa I gyd yn waith a ma beth bynnag sydd yn rhedeg rownd a rownd yn waith yn gwneud fi eisiau symud mwyaf yn rhaid.
Diolch yn fawr iawn i chi.
A mae'r gobaith yn golygu dy codi bwys ar bywyd dydi posib ddim yn edrych bod dywys ac roedden nhw o'r blaen. Mae'n meddwl I yn arafu lawr Dwi'n dechrau gweld y darlun mawr O be fydd nesaf